probably my favorite brother. So the great thing about doing that story is that, for me, the Brotherhood books come out, they're finished and they come out, but everyone keeps living. So everything keeps changing in the world and where they're going, and sort of like, you know, they're in a committed relationship, that's the only person they're going to be with. But, you know, every relationship goes through ebbs and flows, and times when you're closer and times when you're further apart. And so it struck me as I'd always known at some point in time that Zetas was going to try and get his slave bans removed. I just knew this. And I thought, what is, you know, someone who's hardwired as he is, what's going to happen when they have a baby girl? You know, because I think that, you know, for him, he wants to be, he's always wanted to be perfect and pure. You know, that's such a part of him. And I think that comes back to the abuse that he suffered. So here's this perfect, innocent child, and who was brought into the world under, you know, it wasn't clear whether she or Bella were going to survive. And so what does someone who feels intrinsically degraded, what are they going to do when they have this innocent child in their arms? Because the distance between that, the distance between the innocence of Nala and the burden of his experience is so vast that it's going to create a psychological ungluing. There's just no way. It's kind of like when he fell in love with Bella, you know? And there was one thing in Lover Awakened that I wish I had been able to go more into, which was, how did Bella, once she was rescued and goes and re-enters the world after having been 5 or 6 weeks under Mr. O and the Lessers, how do you come back into real life like that? I was not able to show, even though I had all these pictures in my head, how did she heal from that? So the great thing about the novella is that you see, you know, Zetas and Bella struggling to be a couple and be a parent. Zetas working out his feelings for what Nala brings up to him, and then also Bella kind of, it's a way of showing the reader, okay, this is what happened to her, this is how she processed the experience, you know? And so I liked it how we were able to cover all that. And then the other thing that I really loved about it was the scene at the end of Lover Awakened, when Z is with the trainees in the gym and she walks in with the baby. I love the fact that what I was able to do was show that exact scene through Bella's eyes. And I thought that was just sort of a wonderful way to kind of plug it in.